Investments are the best way to reduce tax liability. If you have done proper financial and tax planning, then deduction for investments made will be subtracted from your gross total income and income tax will be required to be paid on the balance income as per income tax slabs. You can opt for the new tax slabs from financial year 2021 onwards, or else you can continue with the existing tax slabs. The new tax regime offers concessional rates, but you cannot take the most common exemptions and deductions that are available in the existing tax regime. There are various options in the old tax regime to reduce your tax liability by making certain investments or expenditures. Hello and welcome. Myself Namita, a tax expert at Clear. We are India's largest tax and financial services software platform for individuals. Do subscribe to our channel to support us and hit the bell icon to never miss any important video. To avail of the free gifts through our giveaway, please check out the description for more information. The first investment option that can give you tax saving opportunity by earning maximum returns is ELSS. ELSS mutual funds are tax saving mutual funds that provide tax deductions of up to Rs 1,50,000 under Section 80C from your income. The asset allocation in ELSS mutual funds is mostly made towards equity and equity-linked securities such as listed shares. It is important to note that these funds come with a lock-in period of 3 years, and you cannot redeem your holdings until the completion of this period. ELSS do not provide guaranteed returns. However, investing for long-term horizon, say 5 years, may provide excellent returns than any other tax-saving investment option. Also, on redeeming the ELSS units, you will have to pay tax on long-term capital gains only if the gain is Rs 1 lakh or more in one financial year. Any long-term capital gain above this limit is taxed at 10% of the gains exceeding Rs 1 lakh without indexation. For example, if you invest Rs 2 lakh in ELSS during the year, you can avail deduction of Rs 1.5 lakh under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act. If you redeem the funds at Rs 2.8 lakhs after 3 years of lock-in period, there is no need to pay tax because the gain is Rs 80,000, which is less than 1 lakh rupees. Now let us look at another most beneficial investment option whose deduction is available under Section 80C. Yes, you guessed it right, it is Public Provident Fund account. PPF is one investment vehicle that falls under the exempt category. This, in other words, means that all deposits made in the PPF are deductible under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act. Furthermore, interest and the maturity amount is also exempt from tax. The current interest rate of PPF is 7.1% per annum, that is compounded annually. You can see this interest rate is more than the interest offered now by the banks. It is one of the key instruments for building long-term wealth without risk. As a rule, one can fully withdraw the PPF account balance only upon maturity, that is after the completion of 15 years. Now let us move forward to another best option under Section 80C. Apart from LIC premium, not many are aware that the premium paid towards a ULIP plan is also eligible for a tax deduction under Section 80C. Unit-linked insurance plan is a mix of insurance along with investment. The insurance company puts a portion of your investment towards life insurance and rest into a fund that is a combination of equity or debt or both and matches your long-term goals. The lock-in period of ULIP plan is 5 years. The returns out of the policy on maturity are exempt from income tax under Section 1010B of the Income Tax Act. But remember, if the annual premium of your new ULIP investment is more than Rs 2.5 lakh, the return that you will get will no longer be tax exempt. Now coming to the scheme that can facilitate a regular income post-retirement, that is National Pension Scheme. The National Pension Scheme is a social security initiative by the central government. The NPS scheme is good for anyone who wants to plan for their retirement early on. You can claim deduction of up to Rs 1.5 lakh for NPS contributed by you. So subsection 1 of Section 80CCD covers the self-contribution, which is a part of the overall limit of Rs 1.5 lakh of Section 80C. If you have invested in NPS, you can claim a maximum deduction of 10% of your basic salary and DNS allowance, but not more than the set limit of Rs 1.5 lakh. For example, if your ATC limit is not completely consumed, say only rupees 1 lakh is invested for ATC deduction, for balance of rupees 50,000, you can make an investment in NPS and claim deduction under subsection 1 of section 80CCD. However, this rupees 50,000 should not be more than 10% of your basic salary and DNS allowance. For the self-employed taxpayer, this limit is 20% of their gross income. The government further allows you to claim additional deduction for self-contribution of up to rupees 50,000 under subsection 1B of section 80CCD. Such deduction is in addition to rupees 1.5 lakh limit mentioned earlier. Hence, you can claim a total of rupees 2 lakh deduction by investing into NPS. It covers the employer's contribution to employee's NPS account. There is no monetary limit on how much you can claim deduction for employer's contribution, but it should not exceed 10% of your basic salary and DNS allowance. As you can see, you are able to save tax on rupees 2 lakh by making section 80C and NPS investment. According to your investment goals, you can create a mix of above investments and automatically create a portfolio of risky and risk-free investments and simultaneously reduce your tax liability. Now coming to Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. The Senior Citizen Savings Scheme is primarily for the senior citizens of India above 60 years age. You can get an income tax deduction for such investment up to rupees 1.5 lakh under section 80C of the Income Tax Act. Citizens who have opted for the voluntary retirement scheme or superannuation and in the age bracket of 55 to 60 years can also opt for the scheme. The Senior Citizen Savings Scheme is a government-backed retirement benefits program. One can invest a lump sum amount in the scheme individually or jointly and get access to regular income along with tax benefits. The current interest rate applicable to Senior Citizen Savings Scheme is 7.4% per annum. This rate of interest is quarterly set by the government. You can withdraw the corpus after 5 years of maturity. Let us now see how certain expenditures can also help you to take a tax benefit. When you buy a house on loan, it comes with multiple tax benefits too that significantly reduces your tax outgo. The interest portion of the EMI paid for the year can be claimed as a deduction from your total income up to a maximum of rupees 2 lakh under section 24. You can claim a maximum deduction for interest paid on self-occupied house property of rupees 2 lakh. For let-out property, there is no upper limit for claiming interest. Hence, if you are repaying a housing loan, don't forget to take this benefit. It is important to note that each co-owner of the house property can claim such deduction in the ratio of their ownership, provided the loan is in each of the co-owners' name. In addition to interest deduction, the principal amount of home loan is also eligible for tax deduction under section 80C. Therefore, as a family, you will be able to take a larger tax benefit against the interest paid on the home loan when the property is jointly owned and your interest outgo is more than rupees 2 lakh per annum. For example, if you and your spouse are repaying the housing loan where the ownership ratio of the property is 50-50, each of you can claim deduction of rupees 2 lakhs for interest and rupees 1.5 lakh for principal amount separately. Hence, on repayment of a home loan, you can take additional deduction for interest repayment over and above ATC deduction. Now coming to another most important tax saving option. The amount you pay towards health insurance premium can be claimed as a tax saving deduction under section 80D. You can claim up to rupees 25,000 annually for a health insurance policy for yourself. You can claim an additional deduction of up to rupees 25,000 for payment of health insurance premium for your parents. However, if they are senior citizens, you can claim up to rupees 50,000 deduction for premium paid. Therefore, health insurance premium paid for self, including spouse and dependent children, and senior citizen parents can help you save tax up to rupees 75,000 in a financial year. And if both the taxpayer and parents are senior citizens, then the maximum deduction of rupees 1 lakh can be claimed in a financial year. Also, you can claim deductions for medical expenditure incurred for self, spouse, dependent children or parents. Such expenditure can be claimed only for senior citizens within the limit of Rs 50,000 of Section 80D. If you have taken an education loan for higher studies and you are repaying the same, then interest paid on that education loan is allowed as a deduction from the total income under Section 80E. The deduction is provided only for the interest part of the EMI. The loan can be of self, spouse, or children, or for a student for whom the individual is the legal guardian. You can take such deduction until the loan is repaid. Did you understand how to claim maximum deductions from your total income to reduce your tax liability? If yes, please mention yes in the comment section below. If you are staying in a rented accommodation, there is one tax benefit provided by the government. There is deduction for HRA allowance. The HRA allowance is given by the employer for expenses related to rented accommodation. The deduction available is the least of the given amounts. Actual HRA received or 50% of basic salary or DNS allowance. Actual HRA received or 50% of basic salary plus DNS allowance for those living in metro cities and 40% for those living in non-metros. Or actual rent paid less 10% of basic salary plus DNS allowance. If you are self-employed, then don't worry. If you are self-employed or salaried where you have not received HRA at any time during the year, you can claim deduction under Section 80GG of the Income Tax Act. The least of the given amounts will be considered as deduction under this section. Rs 5,000 per month or 25% of total income adjusted by certain deductions or actual rent less 10% of the adjusted total income. Hence, salaried and self-employer both can benefit from tax if they are staying in a rented accommodation. The last but not the least, you can save your taxes if any donation given to the NGO. Contribution made to certain relief funds and charitable institutions can be claimed as a deduction under Section 80G of the Income Tax Act. All donations, however, are not eligible for deductions under Section 80G. If you are donating to specified government notified fund under Section 80G, you can claim a 100% deduction from the total income. However, if the donation is given to any other organization registered under Section 80G, you can take a 50% deduction. Any donations made in cash exceeding Rs 2,000 will not be allowed as a deduction. The donations above Rs 2,000 should be made in any mode other than cash to qualify as a deduction under Section 80G. This is all about the best investment and tax saving options for financial year 21-22 that are more suitable if you opt for old tax regime. Under new tax regime, you can only claim the employer's contribution to NPS as a deduction from the total income. No other deductions which I have mentioned are allowed in new tax regime. If you have more questions related to tax slab rates, please comment below. We will reply to it as soon as we can. Further, we have included some helpful resources in the description below. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to the Clear channel for more such informative videos. To avail of the free gift through our giveaway, please check out the description for more information. Also, do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you get an update as and when we upload new videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Take care and goodbye.